Hey folks, Glenn May here with BassResource.com, and I want to talk a little bit about the questions that we ask when we're fishing and the knowledge that we gain. It's, every once in a while I come across somebody who thinks they've got it figured out and they know bass fishing and they're sort of a know-it-all. And I got to tell you, I will never claim to be a know-it-all at all. I still learn every day when I go out fishing. And to me, once you think you know everything, then you stop learning, and therefore you can't improve anymore. So for me, I always approach every time I go fishing, it's like, hey, there's something out there I can learn today. And I try to learn something new every time I go out. And that's part of why fishing is so much fun, because I've been fishing since I was 3 years old, bass fishing since I was 3 years old. And even today, I still walk away every day when I come off the water that I've learned something new. So with that in mind, let's go with some of the questions that you've sent in recently, and I'll see if I can answer some of them. Starting with this one. Hey, Glenn, can a boat launch be really good fishing structure? Yeah, actually it really can, even the busy ones. I've actually thrown a lure in right behind a boat that's driving away from a boat launch, thrown it right in its wake, and I've caught fish. So yes, absolutely, boat launches can be really good pieces of structure to fish, and there's a couple different reasons for it. First of all, boat launches, they've got that hard surface that go down deep in the water, and they're at a good angle. So that's a natural highway for the bass to follow from deep to shallow water and vice versa. Plus, on the sides of the launch, it's got rock and gravel where they laid the concrete on top of, and combined with the concrete of the launch as well as the rocks, this is where algae and weeds and other things grow that attract bait fish, because they're going to feed on that. Well, wherever you find the bait fish, that's where you're going to find the bass. So it can be a really hot spot for bait fish, and that will attract the bass. And a lot of times boat launches will have weed lines on each side of them where the bottom is actually softer, where the weeds can grow. So now you've got this weed line right next to gravel and a hard structure where the bass can hide in the weeds, and so can the bait fish, and the bass can dart in and out of there attacking bait fish. So it's a real hot spot. I've had tournaments where I've fished, especially on these larger lakes that have really nice homes on them. A lot of them have their own launches on each of these houses, and they don't get used that often, so the algae really builds up on them. And I just go from boat launch to boat launch to boat launch and fishing those, and I've done really well in tournaments just targeting boat launches. So yes, absolutely, fish those boat launches. I hope that helps. For more tips and tricks like this, visit BassResource.com.